And then there's the swing picker, which swings, obviously, because that's why they call it the swing picker. And it looks very, very much like a medieval torture device. Again, it's covered with all kinds of sharp, pointy things, so you want to be very, very, very careful. It's a little bit more efficient than the box picker is. It's a little bit more dangerous to use. It takes a little more care, but it does feed through, where this one does not feed through. This one you put in a batch on the slide picker and then pull it out at the other end. This one feeds through. You feed it in at this end, it swings and shoots out the other end. All of this is done in aid of more efficient carding. This is a drum carder here behind me. And what the carder does is effectively straighten everything out and make everything very orderly, while the picker is a preliminary step and it destroys the lock structure. This also enables a lot of the dust and dirt and vegetable matter to fall out, which is really, really good. Carding doesn't remove any of that. But having done this first, your carder will be much more efficient. So something that you may have taken 2 or 3 passes to get thoroughly carded, blended, straightened up on the carder, you may only have to make 1 pass or 2 if you've picked it first. So this is a very, very good intermediate step, and it will make your fiber processing much more efficient. The swing picker tends to be more efficient than the box or slide picker, but the trade-off is, of course, that it is a lot more dangerous. You do need to be very, very, very careful with it, but it will give you more output. The other thing, and the place where it's a little bit safer, is that it tends to shoot the wool out the end, so you don't end up having to pick it out of the nails. So it's a little bit less problematic when you're unloading it. It's kind of a 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It's safer to use, but unloading the box picker can bite you more readily than the swing picker can. So this is, a lot of people don't understand how this whole process works because they're buying prepared fibers to spin. So many of us spin just because we enjoy spinning and not necessarily prep. But if you're faced with the state fair or a fiber festival of some sort and there's a perfectly gorgeous fleece there that you just can't resist, that there it sits in all of its unprepared, unwashed glory. What you have to do is get it prepared. And these are some of the steps that you will take to prepare it. After washing, of course. We all know where the sheep have been, and you've got to get the dirt and grease and a few other things out of it in order to be able to prepare it effectively. So this is the equipment that we're going to look at using for that step after it's shorn, after it's washed, and now it's nice clean fleece, and we're going to do something with it to get it ready to spin. So this is the washed fleece. It's a little bit matty. It's rather compact. It hasn't had anything done to it except the washing. And this is after it's been picked. So it's nice and fluffy and ready to go onto the carder and be prepared further. But there's a huge difference between what's unprocessed, the first step, and what's been processed after the first step.